Red
I'm
light.
so confused with the emails going back and forth.
I would imagine.
You ready to
so.
go, Mark?
No, because I did not know he spelled his name.
20 seconds, okay.
John. So.
Oh.
So I'm like, who is this in here? Because it's, yeah, I was so, because John Thames, or there was all these references, and I'm like,
Typical Norwegian.
who is this?
And we are on.
J-A-N, I have
Yeah,
a buddy
that's
who's
more typical.
young.
So confused.
Okay, we're on. Right. Sounds good. All right, calling to order the June 3rd, 2025 meeting of the Long Lake City Council. It's 6:31 p.m. All council members are present with the exception of Councilmember Qualley, who's absent with prior notice. For item 2, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Move on to item 3, mayor's comments, Long Lake news, meeting review, and updates. Just a couple updates tonight. First of all, just to recap Memorial Day. We had some good Memorial Day services in Long Lake on Memorial Day. Most notably, our usual event at Nelson Lakeside Park. Good attendance there. It almost always seems to rain on Memorial Day, but it was really good weather this year. And I'd like to thank those that put that event on, specifically Dave Shaughnessy of the Orono Rotary Club. He's been organizing that for many years. The Hamel VFW Post 5903, or the Heinz and Ditter Post. They had their color guard there and several members there doing a great job. And the Long Lake Fire Department, Rifle Squad, made up of current and retired members of Long Lake Fire Department, participated as well. So a good event there. I know several or most of our council was there as well. So it was a great turnout. Besides that, I want to thank the Long Lake Garden Club and also Councilmember Qualley. They did some great work over the weekend in the planters on the former BP property in our downtown area. The flowers planted on Friday, I think. That looks really great. So thanks to the Garden Club and Councilmember Qualley on that. So that is it for meeting reviews and updates. With that, we'll move on to item 4, which is to approve this evening's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second that.
All right, motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item 5, consent agenda. Items A through D on the consent agenda this evening, including, I'll call out special event permit for Corn Days 2025 on August 9th. And I think that is a Saturday, and a shift made a few years ago to Saturday only. I understand the parade is going to be early this year at 11. Maybe that's not been, is that part of, I think, part of the plan listed here?
No, it is actually a separate permit.
Okay.
Yep, the chamber will be applying for that.
Got it. Thanks. I heard about that the other day from the organizers. We'll have to make sure we all set our clocks to come an hour earlier this year for the parade, but we got plenty of time to plan for that. All right, so any questions for staff regarding items on the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion to...
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay, item 6, open correspondence. Open correspondence is an item on the agenda during which the public may address the city council. No formal action is taken by the city council, and comments shall be limited to 5 minutes or less. And open correspondence comments may also be emailed to city staff by noon on the date of the meeting. Anyone wish to approach for open correspondence? And anything submitted?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Move on to regular business then. Item 7A, supplemental agreement for professional services, 2025 street improvement project scope changes. Scott, you want to kick this one off?
Thanks, Mayor. So the item before you is, if you remember back in 2024, it's the authorized WSB to do some engineering related to the 2025 street project, which is the Lindawood recon. And through the process, there was a couple of identified objects or sections that we would like to look into, which now shows to be about a $10,000 charge related to the bullet points in your report. So it was an ADA improvement design for pedestrian ramp, cross sections for the corridor design, additional stormwater design, and additional surveys needs to support the design of the ramp on the street. If you remember that, it has a little low-lying area, and as you get to the bottom of the hill, the stormwater has needs to be corrected, and we're trying to make sure everything in that area is going to stay improved because we want the water to go off of the street. So these are just some of those little line items that get changed throughout this project design. So I'm not very good with the engineering part, but I have somebody that can explain everything to you from WSB. But I guess with that, I'll take any questions.
All right. Any questions for Scott? If not, did you have any comments you wanted to mention? And so,
I didn't have anything else to add.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I covered everything that
Just
I
here.
was going to touch on, but if you have any more specific questions,
Tough
I'd be happy to
questions.
answer, but
well, so what's I guess the one ADA improvement design for pedestrian ramp? Like any more specifics on that one, or was there a pedestrian ramp in the project from the get-go, or?
there was not existing ped ramp in the area, but there was a trail down to park on the south end of the project, and so we added a ped ramp in that location
Okay.
to have the ADA accessibility there.
Because does that one go behind Lindawood and those houses?
Yeah, I think the right kind of parallels like a street that, or like a driveway that goes off of Lindawood to the east or to the west.
Correct.
Okay, so just an ADA, that's what that is for. Gotcha. All right, so changes there, and then we got things figured out at the end of the street there. I know is there still a plan to take out the roundabout sort of thing there and make that a bit larger, okay, for emergency vehicle access and stuff? Okay. Got it. Any other questions at all? All right, thank you. Anyone want to make a motion on this one then?
Motion to approve the supplemental agreement dated May 27, 2025, to WSB's professional service agreement for scope changes on the 2025 street improvement project, and to authorize the mayor and city administrator to execute supplemental agreement.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right. Thank you
you.
for joining us. Okay, moving on to item 7B, Fire Department transition and future fire services news and updates. Probably not a whole lot to report. We talked about the forum at our last meeting that we held with City of Orono. We continue to have discussions with Orono staff about the transition, and staff and some council members are working on drafting a joint powers agreement that has some more work to do, but that is in the works. And then there's gonna be a meeting on Thursday in which a group of elected officials from Orono and Long Lake and some of the other cities are going to be meeting with some representatives from the Excelsior Fire District to learn more about how their joint powers agreement has sort of gone over the last 20 plus years, and get some feedback from them as we go down this path ourselves of creating a joint powers agreement fire department. And then I know our fire chief has been working hard and his leadership team with transition, and I think as of June 1st, there was another kind of changeover regarding the computer dispatch zones and the way that the calls are being dispatched, and I think all the changes have been made as far as some duty crew hour changes and things like that. So everything seems to be going very well, so just kind of a quick update there, but I don't know if Scott or anybody else has anything they want to add.
I do believe the fire department transition team is also meeting tonight. I don't remember all what's going to be on that agenda, but I know that I think they should be at Station 1. So I believe they're talking about a few things and trying to just see what the next steps are. And so.
Okay, got it. All right, so not a whole lot of else to report there then.
You just mentioned fire advisory board tomorrow.
No, I didn't, so yeah, that's a good point.
Fire advisory board meeting tomorrow,
4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
And it's live in person, right, in the
Yes.
Station 1?
Station
so,
1.
Yes, okay. Good, good. Sounds good. And then I did, I think if the permit is approved, there's been a slight change in for those of us, or those of you that did the 5K last year, the last several years, there's been the fire department 5K, and it's been on a standalone day usually the last Saturday in June or in July, and now they're going to partner with Buckhorn Days and have the 5K, the fire department 5K in the morning of Buckhorn Days, based out of Nelson Lakeside Park, subject to approval, and be on a new route this year, the 5K route that's used for the Gear West 5K that kind of goes up this way along Concord 112. So start training for that. We're going to try to see how many council members can do it this year. Okay. So on 13th or something like that. So look forward to Buckhorn Days. More to come on that, I think, at our next meeting from Marty Schneider. It's planned. All right, so with that, we'll move on to item 8, other business. Councilmember Newcomer.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
All right, nothing else, gotcha. Councilmember Feldman.
I'm good, thank you.
Councilmember Divek.
I'm good as well.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is gonna be crazy speed here.
I feel like we need to just
All right, let me
blow
see.
it 3 minutes, otherwise meetings to at least get 15 minutes.
We'll make it quick here. Jeanette put out something just a little bit this afternoon. Representative Andrew Myers, our state representative, is going to have a kind of open office sort of hours or hours available to visit him at our Caribou Coffee in Long Lake on Thursday I think it's from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. is the time for that, for anybody that wants to go and ask questions of Representative Myers regarding the legislative session or otherwise.
Where's that going to be?
Caribou Coffee are in Long Lake.
One correction of that time, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay. I think I might have said that,
Yeah,
but
my mistake.
did I?
What's the date again?
Is it AM or PM?
It's just a.m., 9
Okay,
to 11
yeah.
a.m.
Yeah, okay,
Yep,
got
no
it.
What
p.m.
was that date?
Thursday, 2 days from today. Yep. And then yesterday I toured, thanks to Hennepin County Commissioner Heather Edelson set up a tour. I think maybe some of you are invited as well, but of the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's new headquarters in Minnetonka. So I went and toured that facility along with some representatives there from Orono and from some other cities, and so that was very interesting. Never had been to that facility, and it's well designed and everything, and seemed to be good staff, well prepared for anything that comes up from mass casualties and individual kind of deaths and things like that. So anyways, the counties did a good job on that facility, and that was interesting to see that. And I think that is it for me. Scott?
I don't have anything.
All right. Jeanette?
I've just been working on some web updates to include the code of conduct being posted now. So the code of conduct is officially posted on all of the council and advisory board pages as well. And just trying to work through page by page and catch up on some updates while I'm adding some other content. So yeah,
Gotcha.
that's about it.
All right. Good update. All right, last call. Got 6:44 p.m. here. Anything else? All right. So if there's no objection, I'll adjourn the meeting by general consent. Hearing none, meeting's adjourned at 6:45 p.m.
Algae down the west side.
Not good. But I'm hoping it chokes itself out and
We just put in